The Rural Juror is the 10th episode of the first season of 30 Rock. This is directed by Beth McCarthy-Miller, and as always, there will be spoilers from now as I go through the episode and share some thoughts. And it's a great episode. We have two main parts of the narrative, and I enjoyed both of them, so I'll talk about them in turn. One of them involves Tracy. He has run out of money, so he asks Jack for money and ideas, and Jack suggests he comes up with some kind of way to make money, and he does. And he comes up with the Tracy Jordan meat machine. And Jack points out it's not the worst celebrity-endorsed product ever. And we have a clip of Whoopi Goldberg, which I rather liked. And the meat machine seems like it could be a good seller. I like the fact that we actually get to see the advert for the meat machine. And I've mentioned before, one of the things I love about 30 Rock, or the episodes that I tend to enjoy more, are the ones where we have a lot of clips of things on the show, or adverts like this, and this definitely works really well. Dr. Spaceman is in the ad, and I love the fact that he's called Spaceman, but I find it even funnier when Tracy calls him Dr. Spaceman immediately after he's introduced himself as Dr. Spaceman. I just find it so funny. It doesn't get old. I really like that one. And what I really loved about this is that Kenneth goes to use the meat machine and he gets burned. I don't love that, but Tracy tells Jack he can't put his name on a product that will hurt people. And that's one of the first times we've really seen Tracy being a kind person. That's not to say he's always a nasty person, but he's not necessarily always outwardly kind to people. And it was really nice to see that actually, when it comes to fame and fortune, he has a line, he has a limit. And I rather liked that a lot. I thought it worked quite well. And well, I know I said spoilers, but I won't say exactly how we end things with the meat machine, but it's pretty good fun. The other part of the narrative focuses on the fact that Jenna is going to be on The View for the Rural Juror, and we get to see clips of this, and that's brilliant, really well done. Again, I love it when we get to see clips of things, and she gives Liz a screener of the Rural Juror, and Liz doesn't like it. And she's not sure how she's going to talk to Jenna about it. But then we get a flashback of times when Liz was able to praise various things that Jenna had done while not actually praising the thing itself. It was good fun. It worked well. And she does this. She tells Jenna, I think she praised the soundtrack, and Jenna immediately realizes that's what she's doing. And then we get another set of flashbacks, but from Jenna's perspective. And it's very interesting to see that you might be saying something trying to be positive, but the other person might be reading right through you. And I guess enough is enough for Jenna. I guess she really cares so much about the Rural Juror that she's not willing to accept this on this occasion. And she demands that Liz tells her the truth. And yes, she did ask for the truth. Liz didn't need to say it was a train wreck. She really didn't. She could have told her half-truths. She didn't need to go all out. So I don't love Liz's approach. Yes, Jenna did ask for the truth, but there's a way of delivering the truth without being rather mean. And they end up arguing. The guys break into Liz's office. They get a copy of the Rural Juror. They watch it. They don't think it's terrible. And Frank says it's not the best thing in the world, but it's solid and Jenna's really good in it, which was probably the best way to talk about it. Granted, he was saying that mostly because when they're arguing, the guys have time on their own. But nevertheless, I thought that was a much healthier way of doing things. And praising Jenna, Liz probably could have said things about the film, but as long as she said Jenna's performance was good, even if she didn't mean it, I think that would have placated her a little bit. Jack ends up intervening. Jack actually stands up for Liz and her badger face, which I rather enjoyed as well. And they both apologise and make up, and it was a nice way to conclude that part of the narrative. Really thoroughly enjoyed it. This is a really solid episode of 30 Rock. Personal highlights would be Jenna's enthusiasm for the Rural Juror, and Tracy's attitude throughout this, and also the inclusion of Dr. Spaceman in the meat machine ad. And honestly, there's nothing in this that I didn't enjoy. I thought the Rural Juror was a really fun episode of 30 Rock. Definitely one that I really enjoyed.